I'm probably going to make 3 videos today, most likely. And that be that. I'm resting today. By the grace of God, somebody picked up my shift today. A coworker, bless his heart, did me a solid. Seriously, I'm running on fumes. It's all right though. It's just a scratch. And so I'm gonna rest today. I've got a couple things that I want to get checked off my handy dandy list, but other than that, we're resting. But yeah, I get so passionate when it comes to certain things because I just see the grossness in it all of it, and how so many people buy into the grossness because they know deep within their heart that it's gross and what's transpiring. They're just choosing to turn a blind eye because they like their statue, they like their status quo, they like the money, they like the influence, they like the power, they like all of it. And then, while they're liking all those things that they're moving in their ego in, because generally that's your ego, okay? On the other side of that, they claim to be extremely faithful, devout Christians. On the side of that, it's so interesting to me. It's so interesting to me to see that, the unmakings of that unfold. And it's like, something just came to me this morning. We're past the point. I believe, this is my opinions. I believe we are past the point of proving what kind of Christian you are. What kind of faithful, devout, religious mover you are. We are past the point of that. You could scream it from the rooftops, but your actions have to align with your words. And when they start not aligning with your words, is when the veils start falling. When the masks start falling. When your true integrity and your morals and your values start seeping through, just like God knew. Just like God tells you. It's all over the Bible. It's all over the Bible. And we're at that precipice right now. No matter what your faithful walk is, no matter what kind of religion you follow, no matter what, if your actions and your integrity and your morals and your values do not align, it's just words. It's just a cookie cutter faith to truthfully give yourself excuses to be the person that you are and continue doing the things that you're doing and throw into the world what you're throwing to where you feel better about yourself. Truthfully, that's what a lot of people use it for. Truthfully. Judgment, this is what came to me. Judgment is being called. We are past the point of debating what faith and religion is better than others. We are on the period of time where actions have to align with faith and religion. If you're preaching, you carry, for example, what your words aren't aligned to your actions. When you speak and advocate on things, are you passing judgment from a place of ego? So often enough, I'm seeing so many people that consider themselves, devout, faithful people in all different genres of faith. And while they're articulating certain things and speaking on things, they're literally passing judgment in the sentences that are coming out of their mouth. Whether it's judgment on people less fortunate, whether it's people that have had crappy past, whether it's people that battle addictions, whether it's people that come from different walks of the world and you have no idea their story, their testimony, what they've been through. And then you have so many people that say they're on the right side of right and they're on the good side of good and they're speaking on these things, but they're using such overgeneralized statements that really just are unbecoming. It doesn't do anything. It takes away from advocating when you start speaking on things like that. You start losing sight of what you're actually advocating for because now you've literally crossed over to the line of the fence to fight a fight the way that the game wants you to fight it, the way the system wants you to fight it, the way the system wants you to continue dividing. which dividing hasn't done anything good, correct? It's landed us where we're at, dividing. The imbalancing of the scales, the imbalancing of the monetary system, the imbalancing of the pay scales, the imbalancing of what people have to do to make a living, what people have to sign on to have some kind of a decent path, what they have to let go of. You know, I see that so often enough and all over this Charlie Kirk case, all over it, on all sides of it, all sides of it. People claiming that they're on the right side of it and they don't even know which side is right or wrong based off the things that are coming out of their mouth. And so much of it is a show. So much of it is a show. It's become a spectacle. It's become an absolute spectacle. And you think that's what Charlie would want? Do you think that's what Charlie would want? For people to get placed in a position of influence, to be placed in a position where they can quit their day jobs and they can start doing this as an act of living and start advocating for the great nation. But instead of taking the power and what God's trajectory of the path has presented them with, they're choosing to throw out silent stones, silent judgment, misleading stories, hold their cards close. And it's like, so Charlie would sit back and probably say, based off hindsight, imagine having a conversation with Charlie right now. Right now. If he was sitting right in front of you, knowing everything that's transpired. He saw everything that has transpired. Everything in all the different crevices, all the back rooms, all the rooms, all the cards everybody was holding, but only putting a couple out here, holding some here. Imagine Charlie saw all of it. He's seen all of it right now. And he had a conversation with you right now. How do you think he would tell you to move? I personally believe, again, I didn't know him personally, but based off his walk and things that I've seen in his storyline are very comparison to mine. Very comparison. There's a lot of similarities, a lot of patterns, a lot of synchronicities there. There is. I don't give a crap who you are. There are. And I feel as though he carried a strong faith within, a strong spirituality, knowing what assignment he was on. You get shown these things as a child. You get shown these things as a child. It comes to your dreams, comes to the realization of what you see around you, the people that you're surrounded by. It comes through nature. It comes through just an intuitive knowing of conversations you have with your higher power, the divine, with God. And once you start picking up on these things, right, you start recognizing the walk, the path that you're on, the assignment that was always placed in your world the day you were born, the contract you signed. You did indeed. And you start seeing the big picture. You start realizing how sick and sinister this entire psyop, this entire game of life, and in different ways, the game of life, your life has been turned into a psyop. Quite frankly, it's not various different psyops, which there are running psyops, obviously, but the game of life is what they've turned this system, this entire system, the matrix, as a psyop for everybody within it. Now that we've come to the conclusion that life has now been designed to be moved and operated in a psyop, that means we're all in one. We're all in one, individually. And you have the ability to change what psyop you're in based off your free will, based off your choice, based off how you articulate things, based off how you play the game, based off your morals, your values, your integrity, your ethics, based off your judgment, based off your ego, based off your pride, based on how you see things internally. There's nothing wrong with carrying a strong faith. And there's nothing wrong with carrying a strong faith in Baptist and Catholic and non-denominational, whatever that looks like for you. There's nothing wrong with it. But where we're crossing over to problems is when we start screaming out from the rooftops that your faith is better than other faiths. You're just now crossing over into judgment lens. You're crossing over into ego. You're crossing over into pride. And it takes us away from the groundbreaking moment where we're at right now.